So hello guys. Um Sorry for being disconnected for a while, but today I'm going to do the paintings today, and the model we're going to see is the Ephrael Stern. This is the box, and the box came with two miniatures, but today we are going to do only the Ephrael from the sisters today. And I already did the construction. I mean like the modeling already. So as you can see from the headlines of the video, today we are going to capture the lighting idea for her. So the color we are going to use today is simply just black and white. What I'm using right now is the intense color from the AK Interactives, black, and the another color is called the cold white from the Model Color Vallejo. And please excuse me for a little bit because I need to get my my water pot. Okay, so I am back. So, hello, welcome to my live, and today we are going to do just simply the lighting for our Ephrael Stern, because the method I'm using for her is the NMM, or it is a non-metallic material. I have a reference from many sources, but I kinda interest in the official arts that is maybe I think is the novel, right? Okay. Dip the color we want, and let me open the reference for myself to work. So today is not going to be long. Maybe this lasts for an hour or two, because we're doing like the episodes for each part. Okay, so now I got the reference. So let's do it, right? The sizing of the brush is going to be like the size 0, not too small, not too big, because it's mainly just the lighting. I need to fix the tip. Okay. And today we're going to use the holder, because sometimes I accidentally scratch on the miniature and that ruin like some of the textures of the miniature I've prepared. So the idea of the lighting today is going to be from the below. Like I usually did the lighting from the above, as I believe many painters did that because that's the way how the lighting usually works from the natural source of light, like the sunlight or the ceiling lighting, because that is a rational way of see of like the like the efficient way um of how it's going to reveal all of the you know all of the objects that people usually want to see. Oh, hi Paraman, how are you? But today lightings is going to be from mainly like the main source of the OLSL is going to be from the below, because I have seen like the official arts that her power is casting from her hand and lands onto like the ground, and that's is like her power is powerful, so the light is kind of like overpower the natural source of light from the above. And here is what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect the main source of light from the below. This is not going to be like the final lighting of the miniature, but this is the way that helps me to keep like how I wanted how I want this project to depict into the same way, so that I didn't lost the intention of what I'm trying to do. And I have a the suggestion on doing like kind of lighting guide. You need to do like if you have like first, secondary, third, or source of light, you need to do like the first source of light, which usually like be your main lighting, so that you get the idea of the direction of the project. And as you can see, like the way she casts her power with her left hand, so the lighting would be heavy on her left side and expand like all over the her lower parts. So let's make it happen. But the lighting is also like cast along her lighting on her arms, which means there is like some sort of the lighting above from like the lighting when casting down. So you have to like evaluate the lighting. I don't think like this is a best explanation to let you guys understand. I don't know, like maybe I'm just poor in explaining things. But like, maybe let me try again about explaining things. So as you can see, like if you imagine like the lighting is casting down this line, right? And there's like the source of light is all over the place on the lighting, so the casting is along from like under her left hand to the ground, which creates like a very strong lighting happens around this area. But don't forget like the main source of light from the below that I am trying to depict. This is quite challenging for me because I have never did the below OLSL before, as I usually like did like the angle sunlight like others, but I want to challenge myself, so here we are. I'm going to do like the rough sketch first and then we can blend later. If you like feel like the transitioning of the color is too rough, don't worry, you have to like define what you really want first, and then the blending will come the second priority. Or maybe just leave it raw because sometimes it gives like better effects, but that's kind of like the preference for each of you guys. If you like the way it is, then it is going to be the way it is, right? So welcome to my live stream. I'm doing the Ephrael Stern, and I'm going to reference the lighting from the box art. I mean, not the box art. I mean, like the novel book. The cover, and the cover does cover like the main resource of light underneath and the secondary lighting from above. So now this is why I'm doing the lighting from the above first, because this is the main source of light, and I'm doing this with the coal white from Vallejo. I'm going to place it here in case anyone just came in and know what color I'm using right now. if you make a mistake on this step, it you don't have to like be panic, because you can always correct the dark parts with the black that we covered. And the black color I'm using is the intense color from the AK Interactive Black, and I'm going to place it here so that you guys can know what I'm using right now. It doesn't have to be perfect, like since the first stroke. You can always, correct, and maybe just let things be as you like. Oops, I overflow like the black parts, but that's okay because I can fix that. And here's the result so far. I hope you can see it. Maybe I'll just open more lamp so that you can see like the result clearer. Please wait a second, okay? Okay, connected. Let's see if it's going to help seeing the miniatures clearer. Oops, sorry. And here's the result so far that we just did a rough lighting on like the imagination lights of lighting of Ephrael. So now I'm going to continue for the strongest light that were cast on her. The light is strong enough that her facial parts is kind of like glow. Maybe just a little more subtle than the direct part that hits the lighting, but I think it's kind of like strong enough to apply the pure white onto her face. But it can be like manageable later on, because now we are going to see the idea of how we are going to capture the lighting for her. I just see that my camera just tilt that much. Okay. And we are going to continue on her parts. So as I've said, that the lighting is strong enough that her face glow from the below. So meaning that the objects around here, is going to be much lighter than the way it is right now. So let's make that happen. And since the lighting is struck down this part, so underneath her, her arms is going to be bright instead of blacking out the area. Please pardon me for a second. I think like the brush is, kind of defects. And another key to, wait. Holy. I didn't talk? Hello? Shit. Hello? Okay. Do you guys hear me talk? I think so. Oh, holy, I forgot to open up the reference. Okay, back to work. Yeah. Hello, Red. It's been a while. I just, you know, came back and decided that I'm going to stream for like 3 days a week, which is going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and it's going to be around like this time. But today's topic is about the Ephrael Stern from the sister. I just got this rare box from like the secondhand market, and the previous owner just already construct the miniatures, but he temporarily just apply the base with like the moldable glue. I don't know what it calls in you know English, but it's a glue that you can like mold and then you just press on. It's just like clay, or do you just call like glue clay? I don't know. So back to our Ephrael Stern. Using like the official art to reference like the directions of the art, but today is going to be like kind of like the light sketching so that I know what I'm going to do next, and this is the result so far. And the sketching of light, the reference I'm using is um like the Stern, she used like her main power on her left arm, or like the light striking, the lightning. I mean the lightning. Sorry, please pardon my English um ability. So the lighting on her left side is going to be heavy, and it is going to be like the main OSL for her, because I'm doing like the NMM with her. Yeah, are you running right? I am changing the platform from the Twitch to YouTube already. I'm sorry I didn't tell you beforehand. But yeah, I'm moving to the YouTube. Maybe like I'm sticking to this platform right now, because I can also upload what the other contents, like the one I did off camera and the one I you know stream. So have you been, Ronnie? Haven't heard from you like for a while, and I honestly have to say that you know it's my fault. Ooh, so you got like the new whole army, right? So have you played like recently? I believe you play. You can always send me like your progress, Ronnie. As always, I'll look for the email. Whoa, the Eldar. I haven't you know touch or paint any Eldar before. Oh, it's okay. You can send me later on, or if you are not going to send it along the way, it's okay. I'm glad you just finish all your army. And what time in Belgium right now? Whoa. So, I mean, like you're behind me like around 5 to 6 hours. So I'm going to wish you a good night, Ronnie. I hope we can interact again in the next live. I'm going to live tomorrow again around like this time. So I believe it's going to be like um 4 or 5 p.m. at your time. Yeah, it's this small wheel. It it's actually like where you're going to, um, place the chopstick to rest when you like stop eating for just a pause or like after you finish the plate. But in this case, I just brought him for, you know, a brush rest. So, because I think he's cute, and I also got like this little red octopus. Don't you think he's cute? I'm planning on like buying more of these stuff, cause some I just saw like stuff. Some of like the manufacturer just did like the wasabi or the carrots, some kind of like food and animals, and I kind of love like this craftsmanship. It's actually like unnecessary, but it's for my preference. I just need some of like cutie little cutie on my desk. I'll just tell you like when I get like new ones so that you can appreciate like this kind of arts together with me. Yeah, I just went into like the stream. I mean, not the stream, I mean the Steam platform and watched like some trailer. I think the game is interesting. But, I don't really have time to play games recently because I have to like, clear the orders out with what my client is ordered. So, yeah, but I already watched the the trailers and stuff on the Steam. Thank you for like the suggestion. And this is the result so far of like this light sketching that I've mentioned. The lighting today is going to be from like the imaginary lighting ability of our Stern, which is spreads heavily on her left side. And I just saw that her blade is also, I mean, ignites. What do you say, like how to, lighten the area with like the ability of lighting? Because I believe ignites is using with the fire, but what about the lighting? Does any one of you know what the word is? But that's the another main idea that I thought the only like heavy main lighting of her is going to be on the left side, but there are also like the casting of the lighting here. Maybe just use casting, right? There's like a small area of the light casting from like the powered blade on her right arm also. So I'm going to do like the sketching here also. The character is named Ephrael Stern, and this is the box here. She is the sister. I don't know how to spell his other character, but he is Harley Quinn. Maybe Keeganil? Keeganil. I think it's Keeganil. But let's I'll do research later, but it's actually he is going to be like the next project after Ephrael. Yeah, they look so cool, and the box is kind of rare, but I am so lucky that I got this box from like the secondhand market, which the previous owner already like construct her, and I'm just doing like the lighting here. I didn't do any like construction or like the modeling, but she looks cool. So I'm going to sketch another strong Oleza on her right arm. I mean right arm. Sorry for like the pronunciation. I'm just I haven't talked English for a while, and it's kind of rusty. So please pardon my pronunciation. I'm going to do my best so that you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry again. But this part wouldn't be like too large. I mean large like her left side because, as I've mentioned, that her ability is like casting the lightning down from her hand and struck onto the ground, while her, like, power blade is just like a small source of light. So the power of the lighting is going to be different, but there's going to be like the focus of the light from each source, and it is, the sword I've just talked about. There's going to be some on her hair, since like the sword leans toward her, her head. So there's going to be like a little bit around the tip of her hair. And this is what I executed so far with the miniature, the strong cast lighting on her left arm and her right arm. So for the conclusion from this sketching is that I'm trying to figure out and convey the OSL on her, since this is going to be like the NMM project. So the idea of the whole picture is to depict the OSL from her left hand, which is the the lightning casting on her left arm, which is specifically on her left hand, and another strong source of light is on her um, power sword, but it is it is strong, yet it is so small that it is not impact as much as the left arm is going to be. So this is the stronger level, and now I'm going to do the side, I mean like the secondary level of the lighting, which is going to be more grayer than the level 1. But I hope you understand like the concept of like the um, lighting of what I'm trying to do. And the next level, we're going to mix the white and black together so that it creates the gray scale. Oh, so I think this is more simpler to explain that what I'm doing with the sketching lighting with the light sketching is to do the grayscale so that I know what I'm trying to depict and that I didn't lost the intention of the whole picture of the miniature. It doesn't matter if you like want a more or less gray of the grayscale is fine. You can like always fix the spot that you want it darker or lighter. It's up to you the way that you want the whole picture to be. Oh, thank you, Tom. I hope you like how I trying to, show you my process of work. I also have like the video uploaded on my channel, but it's going to be delayed because there are lots of, um, lots of production going on. But I'm trying my best to, to publish all of my work onto my channel so that you guys can learn and follow my recipe. Yeah. But today is going to be like, the light sketching only so that you guys can understand the concept of contrast on NMM. Yeah. So let's get back to our grayscale. I'm going to do the secondary lighting on our Ephrael. So another secondary lighting is going to be the transition of where the previous area that we applied white already, and we need like a little transition to make it soft, and that we can do this secondary OSL on our miniature, and that's going to be the natural light that I am aiming to do. By the way, this is not to be like finalized all of the lighting, because You can always add like a third, fourth, five, six as you want. And maybe I just do like various OSL. So this is also my study, and you are going to study along with me. Because if you finalized like the whole picture with this stroke, then I think it will be lacks of the materialistic on of the objects. Like some of the parts is going to be the cloth or leather or maybe like the metals. So you have to reconsider the space or the parts where you apply the grayscale again, so that you can evaluate the material of each parts. So if you have like the whole bottle of the gray, I suggest to do the grayscale. I suggest you to like, purely mix black and white together so that the undertone is will not be off, and that you can control how like, the harmony of the undertones of the grayscale. Oops. I think I'll add the value a little bit lighter because I think it's too dark to understand. I mean, to depict what I'm trying to picture here. Okay. I think this is better. Yeah, it's definitely better. The heart of doing the OSL and the NMM is to keep like the ultimate dark and the ultimate light, so that the concave and the convex is going to like ultimately popped, if you know what I'm saying. I actually should have used the more of the satin finishing on like the on the base so that I can see the light reflecting better, but that's okay. I have to improvise with what I have right now. And when there is the lightest area, the next scenes of the lightest area should be dark so that it will help the light to pop, and the light will suppress um, the what can I say? How can I say this? The black or the dark property of the area. And this is the so far result. Please focus. Okay, so this is the so far result. As you can see, there is a different volumes of light now, and the model looks more, kind of engaging in storytelling, telling of the directions of light. But this is not going. I'm going to repeat this again. This is not going to be the finalized of the lighting. This is the way I need to sketch the lighting so that I can know the direction of the art I'm going to convey. But I think this is the direction I'm looking for, and I think it turned out kind of clear so that I know what I need to do next with the model, with our Ephrael. And the reason why this is not going to be the finalized lighting for Ephrael, because I need to reconsider the material of each parts so that it doesn't look kind of like just like light projecting on the object, which I didn't want it to be like the whole plastic thingy of the model, but I need to make like the different material which will have different kind of lighting and light reflection on the property of the material. You can use like little tricks for like the basic lighting. You can use like this satin finishing of the paints, or you can use like if you need an advanced lighting reflecting effects on the model, you can use like gloss. Also use gloss so that it is easier to keep or get the data of the light reflection on the miniature like in real life. So that could be like a great step to learn in MM. But for me, as I've mentioned, I am using like the reference of the official art on the novel itself. So the light source is a little bit tricky to do because it is not a normal like above of the miniature itself. Actually, there's going to be, but it's going to be like a weak one because As I've always mentioned in this stream, the strong OSL of us today is going to be from either of her weapons. Oh no, I think I need to change the brand of the paper. I think it dry up my colors. Yeah, that sucks. I need to, tolerate with this until I got a new one. Until I get a new one. And you guys, this is a very kind of the way I want my miniatures to be. As you can see, this is kind of like add values of light onto our miniature, and I like the way it turned out, even though it doesn't really like capture the natural of the material, but that's okay because now I know what is going to happen next, the way I need to, the way I can decide where I want to put each color with each, tones and hue, volumes, value, whatever it is. But yeah, today is going to be kind of like the conclusion of our life today, and I would like to say my thanks to you guys for staying till the end, or even though you're leave mid life, that's also get my appreciation for stop by and watch what I'm trying to do. I hope you guys understand what I'm doing. I think there's going to be an upcoming live stream tomorrow around this time. So please stay tuned and let's see again tomorrow. Bye guys. I hope you have a good day, or if you are going to sleep, I hope you also have a good night. And we'll see tomorrow what's going to be our topic about our Stern. And yeah, I'll just end the live now. Goodbye, and don't forget to stay creative, guys. Bye.